that we started. If you haven't watched my other videos, please go back and watch them. This week, we're actually going to look at where the idea of what is attractive, unattractive, how you should act and behave in society comes from. When you're a kid, the way you learn how to behave in society and how you should act comes from the adults around you. So you watch your parents, aunts, uncles, any of the adults who have been in your life and how they act in the world. You emulate it, and that's how you build your belief system on what you should be behaving like, what people should look like. That comes from, like, every adult in your life has probably done it at some point. You comment about whether what you look like, whether what somebody else looks like, how they act, how they behave in society. And whether that's a good thing or a negative thing as you're framing it, kids listen to that, they take it in, and they make up a belief system on how you should behave because no one wants to be outcasted. So that then starts in your childhood. You get this idea and this belief system that bodies should look a certain way, people should dress a certain way, people should act a certain way. As you get older and you become a teen and into your 20s, the belief system is continued to add to, but it's not added to by your parents as much. It's added to by your peers, especially as a teenager, right? You go to school, you want to fit in at school. So you emulate what other teenagers are doing to fit in at school and to have friends and to make those connections. You then become into your 20s and it becomes less about your family, less about your friendships, and more about what you see in the media. You see that these people are successful and doing really well and they look a certain way. These people are, the top of their field that you want to work in and they look a certain way. So you emulate that, right? And to emulate that, the media sells you products to do it, right? It's a disgusting thing. And the more you look into what the media will do and the insecurities they will feed you to get you to buy a product, the more you'll realize that beauty standards are ridiculous and nobody should ever listen to them. I think the biggest indicator of that is the beauty standard changes every few years. A few years ago it was to be extremely fit and well worked out and stuff, and historically it's been to be really big, and all of these standards change, so there's not a beauty standard, but all of that gets fed to you, and by the time you get to my age at 29, you have had your entire childhood fed to you by the adults surrounding you, then you've had your entire teen years fed to you by the peers around you, and then you've had your entire 20s fed to you by the media and somewhat your peers and family too. But then you get to this age and you realise that what you believe that you should look like, what you believe you should act like, what you believe you should be doing in your life, it has been completely fed to you by outside sources, none of which is really what you want and what you are. So my homework for you guys this week is to look at your belief systems, to look at what you want in your life, to look at how you perceive yourself, and actually judge whether they were things that have been fed to you or whether they're things that you have thought up through your own experiences.